All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Up and Moving, a physical activity program for the Upper Peninsula. My name is Isaac Wiedig. I'm a graduate student in the Kinesiology and Integrative Physiology Department at Michigan Tech. Our goal with Up and Moving is to keep adults in the area physically active by doing virtual workouts that you can join live and also watch the recorded versions on our website, upandmoving.org. Today's workout is going to be focused on agility and balance. So we're going to have about a half hour, 45 minutes of exercise here, which will focus on moving your feet, keeping your balance, but we're going to be continuously moving through that whole period of time. It'll get your heart rate elevated and you should get a good sweat on. Things that you should need for the workout. I've got a good stable chair that I can use for some balance support if I need it. And also for some of our other exercises we'll do during the workout, may be nice to have with you. Other than that, just some obstacles that we're going to be moving around. So I'm just going to be using pillows and throwing these down on the floor, and I'll be kind of running around these things. You could use shoes if you have those nearby, water bottles, anything you've got that is something that can serve as an obstacle for you to sort of navigate around. So we're going to start off with a little warm up here for about 5 or 10 minutes. We'll just kind of get things moving slowly. And then we're going to jump into the actual workout, which will be a little higher intensity. We'll have 9 total minutes of work, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's going to be a little higher intensity. It'll keep you moving. And then we'll end with a little cool down and some balance. So let's go ahead and we'll get into our warm up here. I'm just going to start off just with some walking in place here. So getting those feet off the floor, pumping those arms. We'll use this warm-up period to start to move all those joints in the body. And heart rate should slowly increase throughout our warm-up here. Bring us up to a good heart rate that we can jump into a little higher intensity exercise with. I'm going to go start knee hugging here. So bringing my knees up to my chest. Giving them a big hug with those arms. You can think about taking that knee and bringing it up to that opposite shoulder. Kind of bringing it across your body. You'll feel a good stretch in your butt here. So coming across that body. And then you can think about going up on your toes. Get a little calf raise in there. Start to warm up those ankle muscles and our calves. Good. A couple more of these, and then we're going to switch. Perfect. All right, next we're going to go into Frankenstein kicks. So we've got those hands out in front, and we're going to be driving those toes up to our fingertips here, trying to keep our knee fairly straight. Getting a good stretch in the back of that leg. Good, and as you loosen up, you can try to kick a little bit higher with that foot now. We'll go for a couple more of these. Last one, good. Next one, we're gonna go into grabbing that ankle and reaching that other hand for the sky. We're getting a little stretch in the front of the leg now. We're just gonna alternate, you get a little bit of balance work here. Start getting some balance practice for the workout to come. Good, and we'll get a couple more. Perfect. All right, gonna go into a little reverse lunge and then a twist with the torso. So I'm going to step back and then rotate my chest towards my knee that is up. And you can kind of control how deep you go on these lunges. As you warm up, you can try to get a little bit lower and turn a little bit more on these. Good. Let's go for a couple more here. Last one. Nice. All right, next one we're going to go into is going to be a hip hinge down. And then we're going to come up and extend our arms into a Y and look at the ceiling. Really try to extend that spine. And then we're going to go back down to the toes. Up and extend. Toes. Up and extend. So we get a little hamstring stretch at the bottom here. And we come up and extend and stretch that back out. Good, couple more. Last one. Good, nice. We're gonna go into a little lateral lunge next. So I'm gonna get my feet a little outside shoulder width here. And I'm gonna be leaning from side to side, keeping the opposite leg that I am leaning away from nice and straight. Getting a good stretch in my groin area here in the middle of your, inside your leg. You can use those hands on your thighs to sort of lessen the amount of weight that's on your leg or on your knee. Good, we got a couple more of these. Perfect, good. All right, next one we're gonna go into, we're gonna get those feet going. Get those feet moving in place here. And we're gonna do some arm swings at the same time. So while you got those feet moving, we're gonna be swinging those arms out in front of us here, reaching for opposite sides of the room and then pushing that chest out, pulling the shoulder blades back. But we're gonna start working on waking those feet up. Good, and let's go right into some backward arm circles. So just making big circles with those arms. Just gonna keep my feet moving here. And then eventually we'll get into real big circles here. Try to make the biggest circles that you can. We'll shake those arms out. And we're gonna go reverse directions here, go forward. Start a little smaller, and as you get warmed up here, we can get bigger with those circles. So we get nice, big arm circles. Good, and let's shake that out. We're gonna go right into jumping jacks here. So we've either got stepping out to the side, hands overhead, or a hopping jumping jack. Either way, we're gonna start to make these a little bit higher intensity now. So I want you to think, push yourself a little bit harder here. We want to get the heart rate elevated. Towards the end of our warm-up here, we're going to be taking a break for some water in just a second here. So we can turn up the dial a little bit. Good. We're going to go 10 more seconds here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to go into speed skaters. So I want you to think about bending those knees. Keep a little bit lower here. And we are hopping or stepping side to side. Swinging those arms just like we are skating down the ice here. Good, let's increase that pace just a little bit. Try to make those steps quicker. We're gonna go for 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, that's time. And let's go ahead, we'll take a little bit of a break here. Warm up is complete. Grab a drink of water. All right. Always feel much better after a warm up. Okay. Woo. All right, so while we're grabbing a drink here and doing a little recovery, I'll explain how we're gonna run things today. So per usual, for their agility and balance workouts, I've got 6 exercises. We're gonna run through those 6 exercises back to back to back to back. So we're gonna do all 6 for 30 seconds each. So that's a total of 3 minutes of work. Then we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do it again. And we're gonna do that 3 times. So you get to do each exercise 3 times for 30 seconds. So that is the plan today. So I will explain the exercises a little more thoroughly on our first time through. It'll be a little bit slower. And then during our second round and our third round, I'll go a little bit faster, and you can kind of pace yourself, maybe increase things after you kind of see what all the exercises are like. So first exercise, this is where we're gonna need some obstacles or something that you can set down on your floor here. I have 3 pillows that I'm gonna use. If you've got 3 things, that's probably a good number. You don't need 3, you can also use 2. I'm just gonna tilt my camera a little bit so you can see what I've got going on. And what we're gonna be doing is weaving in and out between these. So I'm gonna start on the side, and I'm gonna be coming over and sort of weaving around the obstacles, trying to use quick feet, keep my chest and my hips facing forward, and trying to get through there as fast as I can. So it's gonna be a good one to sort of wake those feet up. You want to try not to touch the obstacles. That's sort of the goal here. But we're gonna go for 30 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and here we go. You can get those arms moving with you if you need to. But we are just weaving in and out. Try to take little short, choppy steps. If you can see what I'm doing here. I haven't touched any of these pillows yet. I'm doing a good job. Good, we're down to 3, 2, 1. Time, good. Just gonna get those out of the way. We're gonna go to our next exercise, which is a plank jack. These are tough. So I'll show you a couple different ways to do this. You can, one on a chair. So you're gonna get in this plank position where I've got my abs nice and tight, straight line, shoulder down to my ankle, and I'm gonna be hopping my feet in and out, just like a jumping jack, but I'm in a plank position. If that's a little bit too hard for you, you can step, step. You can go out, out, in, out, out. Same thing, you can do that. So you can do it on a chair. You can also lean on the wall and do this. You can also do it on the floor in a standard plank position. If you like that option too, that one's probably gonna be the hardest. So let's go ahead and try this one for 30 seconds here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. So I'm gonna start with the chair. On my next rounds, if I feel like I need to make this harder, I can go to the floor. But I encourage you to start easy. You can always make them harder. And of course, it's always up to you to just pace yourself during these 30-second intervals here. You can go as hard or as easy as you need to. We got 3, 2, 1, time, good. Next exercise, let me get this chair out of the way. So this is called karaoke. So this is going to be some fancy footwork here. So what's going to happen is your lead foot is always going to be stepping to the side, and then your back foot is going to alternate between stepping in front and behind your lead foot. So lead foot, back foot in front, back foot and back foot in front, back foot and back. So it's going to look like that. Sped up, it'll look something like this. And I'm just going to keep switching side to side. So that's our karaoke. So we're going to go for 30 seconds. I will start really slow. If you haven't done this before, it's kind of confusing. Just try to follow my feet. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Again, go at whatever pace or speed that you can. But I'm going to start slow here for anybody who has not done these before, so you can get the footwork down. And we can speed this up in the next rounds that we do here. But we're really trying to use quick feet. That's the goal here, all of our agility movements. Move your feet as quick as you can in space and try to have good control over where those feet are landing. And we're down to 3, 2, 1, and that's time. Good. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, this one we're getting our obstacles back out. So hopefully you've got those close so that you can just grab them and throw them down when we need to. I've got them spaced about a foot apart or so here. As long as you're in that ballpark, that's probably fine. For this one, we're going to be doing is going over the obstacles, and then we're going to be stepping backwards over them as well. So forward over, backward over. We're getting both feet over the top. So you actually have to pick that foot up and get it over whatever you're stepping over. Try not to trip. This is why I really like pillows. They're soft. If you step on them, you're less likely to trip. But whatever you've got will work. So make sure you pace yourself at first. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Going backwards is the hardest part. If you prefer, you can get to the end and just turn around and just continue to go forward. But I think the backwards part is the hardest part. And that can be good for working on that foot agility. So I would throw it in there if you're comfortable. Again, try not to touch those obstacles if you can. And we're down 3, 2, 1. Time. Good. If that seems quick, don't worry. We're coming back and get another shot at it. All right, next exercise. We have floor touches. So this one here, what's going to happen is you're going to step out, go down, touch the floor or get close to the floor, bring that foot in, step the other foot out, touch the floor, and we're just continuously alternating, stepping in, stepping out, touch the floor, in, out, floor. If you want to make it a little bit higher intensity, you can just do a hop in the air and move your feet. All right, so we're going to go for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So touch that floor. And again, you can control your pace here. The faster you go, the harder. If you throw those hops in there, they're going to be a little bit harder. So totally up to you to fit the intensity to your abilities here. Good. We got 3, 2, 1, and that is time. Good. All right. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here for water. We made it through all 6 exercises. I'm just going to keep pacing around the room here for a nice active rest. We're going to come back. We're going to go through those same 6 again for 30 seconds. And now that you kind of know how to do each one of those exercises, we'll roll through it a little bit faster, and you can hopefully adjust your intensity or your pace on each one of these to make it a little more challenging or less challenging depending on how the first round went. Ideally, what we want is during the exercises and during our intervals is to, be breathing a little bit harder, be able to at least talk like I'm doing right now, but maybe it's challenging to sing. So that's a good, very practical measure of intensity. You can talk, it's a little bit hard, but you probably couldn't sing. All right. So we got to lay our obstacles down for our first exercise here. So this is, I'm going to call this snakes. I don't know. Seems like you're snaking around the obstacles, so I'm going to call them snakes. All right. So again, we're taking those short choppy steps and weaving in and out of these obstacles. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Again, try not to touch whatever you've laid down. That's the goal. It's like a game of operation here. You don't want to touch the edges. Quick feet, quick feet. Keep a little bend in your knees. Stay on the balls of your feet. Oh no, I failed. And we are down to our last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Good. Let's get those out of the way quick. Whew. And we are moving on to plank jacks. I'm going to go ahead and continue to do these on my chair. If you want to do them on the floor, you can. Make them harder. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And again, we can do the step method. So out, out, in with those feet, or hop. Remember to keep your abs tight. Think about keeping a straight line from your shoulder to your ankle. Don't let your hips drop to the floor. And if ever you need a break during these 30-second intervals, take a break. You can rejoin us whenever you're ready. 3, 2, 1. Time. Good. Get this chair out of the way. Let's go right into our next exercise. We'll keep that heart rate up. We got karaoke. So again, lead foot step into the side, back foot alternating between front and back. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So I'm going to go slow for the first half here for anybody at home who's still struggling with these. But I will speed it up, show you what full speed looks like in just a second here. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to really try to challenge that foot speed and get those feet moving as fast as I can here. Three, 2, 1, and time. Good. Whew. Okay. And we are moving on to we have over and or forward and back over our obstacles. We'll lay these down. I don't think these pillows get used for anything other than agility obstacles in my living room. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'm going to start backwards because it's the hardest. Whoops. It's our second round, so maybe try to push that foot speed a little bit. I keep screwing up on the same pillow here. Good, we are down to 3 seconds. 2, 1, time, good. Whew, got my calves burning on that one. Okay. Next exercise, floor touches. So step out, touch the floor, in, out, touch the floor. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And I've got a knee that's a little bit bummed out today from working out earlier this week. So what I'm going to do is just adapt this by not actually touching the floor, but I'm just going to move those feet as quick as I can and reach down towards the floor. So if you're having knee or hip issues here or can't quite touch the floor, that's okay. We're really just trying to get that heart rate up here. And think about moving those feet quick. We got 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right. Last exercise. Oh, you know what? We skipped the last one. Okay, we got to do a whole minute of mountain climbers because we skipped 30 seconds on our first round. I think we missed our last exercise. So mountain climbers. So this is another one we can do on the chair. Bringing the knees up to the chest from a good solid plank position with our abs nice and tight. Again, straight line, shoulder down to ankle. I'm not doing this. So we can go from the chair, or you can go from the floor to make this a little bit harder and drive the knees up from there. So we're gonna go for a whole minute. So if you need to take a break, but I don't want to miss out on our 30 seconds that we were supposed to do on our first round. Ready? 3, 2, 1, here we go. And again, this is totally up to you to control the pace. You can pump those knees as fast or as slow as you need to here. I'm gonna start slow because we're gonna go for a whole minute here. I may even take a break at 30 seconds. We'll see how I'm feeling by then. Have a feeling after a whole minute, these are going to get pretty tough. We're at 30 seconds. I'm going to pick it up a little bit here. Try to use quick feet. All right, last 10 seconds. Almost there. We're going to need a good water break after this one. 3, 2, 1, time. Good. Whew. That definitely got the sweat going. All right. So go ahead and grab your water. We're going to take a minute here to just recover. And we have one more time through these exercises. Phew. We are training like athletes today. I'm getting pretty excited for football season to start up, so I'm going to imagine on this next round that I'm a preseason football player here, trying to get my foot speed ready for the season. Right. I'm feeling pretty good though. Whew. Okay. Take some nice deep breaths here. Okay, I think I am ready to go. I say we get this last round out of the way. I'm going to lay my obstacles down here for our snake move. I think the snake's the best thing to call it. All right. So we're going to go for 30 seconds. This one, I'm going to really try to challenge my foot speed on these ones and do these as quickly as possible here, while trying to be accurate as well. So I'm not going to try not to step on these red pillows too much. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So we are weaving in and out of those obstacles. Quick feet, quick feet. Oh, I got one. If you hit an obstacle, go ahead, just reset it, get back to it. We're down to 3, 2, 1, time. Good. Can you get those out of the way? And we are going into plank jacks. I'm not looking forward to these right now. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. And again, it's our last interval with these, so if you want to move to the floor, you can make things a little bit harder. From right here, still keeping those abs tight. We got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Time, good. And get this chair out of the way. Okay, karaoke coming up. 30 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So really quick feet here. We're gonna try to push it during our last round. Get those feet moving. Quick feet, quick feet, quick feet. And we are down 3, 2, 1. Time, good. Woo. We're gonna grab those obstacles back out. And we are going forward and backwards, or just forwards. If you're not comfortable going backwards over these. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. So get both feet over. Try not to hop as much and just actually step. So my hips should sort of just be staying at the same height as I'm stepping over these obstacles. My torso is just kind of floating across your screen here, and I'm just moving those legs underneath my hips. And we got 3, 2, 1, time. Oh boy, the calves burn after those two. Back to back. We are going floor touches. 3, 2, 1, and go. So touch that floor. Again, if you can't get to the floor, just reach down. Try to make these as quick as you can. But it is a lot harder to actually get down there and touch the floor. I'm turning into an old man here, though, with all my joint issues. So I'm going to work around them today. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Okay, last one. Mountain climbers. I'm going to go right from the floor on these, but if you want to lean on the chair or the wall, feel free. But it's our last 30 seconds. I'm going to try to challenge myself here. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Keep those abs tight. Don't let your hips fall to the floor. Drive those knees up to your chest. Nice work. We're down to our last 10 seconds. Come on, guys. Hang in there. 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. Whew. That round really did it. That got the waterworks started here, sweating. Okay. So we're going to take a break. We made it through all the hard work. We're just going to finish with a couple minutes here of just some single leg balance work to kind of bring the heart rate down. We'll get a little more balance exercise in. Whew. Tip my screen up a little bit here. All right. Whew. Okay, so if you've got a chair and you need it for balance support, you can grab that chair. I'll have it right next to me in case I need to grab onto it. But what we're going to be doing is, I think we've done these before, but we're going to do a single leg stand. So you're going to get on one leg. What we're going to try to do is hold this for an entire minute. And the goal is to try not to touch the other leg on the ground or lose your balance. Right? So we're going to do a minute on our left leg, a minute on our right leg. Now, if you get started and you're like, okay, Isaac, this is pretty easy for me to balance on one leg, I need it to be a little more challenging. A couple things you can do. You can either close your eyes, try to go a whole minute with your eyes closed. That's actually pretty tough. I would start there. And then if you need to make it even harder, you can do a turn from side to side while trying to stay balanced. And then you can even do that with your eyes closed as well if you really feel like you need to challenge yourself. So a few options there. You can close the eyes, you can do turns, some combination to make it more challenging. So we're going to go for a minute. So starting with your, doesn't matter right or left leg, pick one. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So I'm going to try to make it a full minute, eyes open, no turning. I'm just going to try and stand. Sometimes this can be more challenging than it seems. And if you get halfway through this at the 30-second marker and you're like, way too easy, close your eyes or start to do the turns. Whatever you want to do to challenge your balance. Again, I've got the chair right here in case I need to grab onto it and I start losing it. We're at 30 seconds. What I'm going to do is go ahead and incorporate some side-to-side turning here just to make things a little bit more challenging. So I'm just going to go slow, just turning side to side. If you lose your balance, go ahead, just reset. Get back into it. And we're at 3, 2, 1. Good. Go ahead, shake that leg off. I wouldn't be surprised if your calves and maybe even your shin starts to burn after that. Okay, we're going to go to that other leg starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So popping up. I'm on my right leg now. I don't think this is not my good balance leg. Everybody's got a good and a bad balance leg. If you don't know which one is the good and the bad one, you'll figure it out today. Good. And we're at about that 30-second marker. I'm going to add some turns in again, try to make it a little bit more challenging for myself. I'm just turning my torso from one wall to the other. And we're down to 3, 2, 1. Time. Good. Shake it out. We're going to go one more minute on each leg. So here is your chance to try eyes closed and the turns if you didn't try those on the first one. So ready? 3, 2, 1. We're back on the first leg we started with. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to actually see if I can make it a full minute with my eyes closed because I don't actually know if I can. It's harder than it seems like it should be. All right, 15 seconds. We're at 30 seconds. Oh, I had to save myself. Good. Last 15 here. So hold tight. We're at 3, 2, 1. Time. Good. Whew. Man, eyes closed is tough. All right, we're gonna go ahead, flip other leg. This is gonna be our last minute. So last of the day here. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Set up. And I'm gonna go eyes closed again. And see if I can make it. I did not go the full minute if anybody's wondering on that last one. This is actually pretty challenging. Oh, lost it. We're at 25 seconds. Good, hang in there. We're at 40 seconds. If you want to try eyes closed and turns, you can. Holy, wow, that's tough. Got 10 seconds left. And 3, 2, 1, time. We did it. Whew. All right, well, thank you for joining me for the workout today. Hope that y'all enjoyed it. It was a fun one, not too bad, but definitely got a good sweat going today. So our next live workout is going to be Saturday at 10 o'clock, our surprise workout. So you never know what you're going to get when you show up on Saturday morning. But go ahead, check that out if you want to start your weekend off with some exercise in the morning. And I guess I will see y'all next time. Thank you.